Okay, so I forgot to actually wish you guys a happy Easter. This might be a bit late considering I'm only recording this and it was Easter yesterday, but it's the thought that counts. So happy Easter to you guys. Alright, so this video is obviously the positives of living in Ghana. So it's a part 2 of the negatives. Number 1 obviously has to be the sun. The sun is fantastic. There's nothing that I hate about the sun, and then I've said in my other videos that my preferred weather or season is winter. I do love winter. No, I don't love winter. Okay, a girl can change her mind. I don't love winter. I love spring or fall because the weather is not that horrible. Like, it's not hot, it's not cold, it's just right. But I prefer winter over summer sometimes, because during winter I can put on loads of clothes, whereas summer I can't go out naked either, so it's a bit of a challenge. But yeah, Ghana, the sun is amazing because there are so many trees, there's a lot of breeze through it, so I really enjoy the sun in Ghana. I also love the fact that I can go to the beach whenever, and it's not a long distance, like it's not a long drive to get to a beach, whereas in London it's a really long journey just to get to a beach. Yes, so the sun is obviously the first one that I'm going to mention because I love it. The number 2 is another obvious one. Well, it might not be for you, but for me it's the food, because if you follow me on Instagram, you know that that's all I've basically done on this trip here. That's all I've basically done, just eaten my butt off, and I'm very happy about that because that's one of my aims in life, is to enjoy eating and have fun eating and eat. Yes. So yeah, that's basically what I've done. The food here is fantastic. Everything just tastes fresher to me. Everything tastes fresher. It just seems like, and you have a lot of fruits readily available, and also if you're not from here, it's a good chance for you to get to try a lot of traditional meals, especially because in Ghana, everywhere you go there's always someone selling food, like around the corner somewhere. Number 3 I've mentioned already are the fresh fruits. The fresh fruits, the coconuts, the pawpaws, which is papaya, the watermelons, the oranges, and they're sold everywhere. Especially if you go to the market, you get really fresh ones, and they taste, for some reason they just taste so much better than the ones I've had from like the supermarkets in London. They just taste a whole lot better, and especially if you juice them, they taste so refreshing. So that had, obviously it's not obvious, but it had to be my 3rd one. I love the fruit and veg in Ghana. Number 4 is experience, and when I say experience, I mean you get to understand how other people live their life. Obviously you're not going around them asking them questions, but you get to observe that happening around. You see that there are people who are less fortunate than you, and they're very much happy in their life, which makes you gives you an appreciation of your own life. Sometimes it gives you a chance to reflect on what you've done in this world, who you are, and how your life is going, and why you're still complaining about something that is probably a non-factor or a non-issue. As well as that, you get to experience a whole different culture. You know what I'm trying to say? You get to experience a whole different culture, like people showering outside freely, people giving their neighbors stuff and not thinking anything of it. Like, it's just a whole different experience, and I feel like you have to, if there's one thing you should do before you're no longer on this earth, is to go into a different country to experience, if anything, the culture. It gives you a different sense of life and living. Number 5, you get a chance to learn a different language. For me, I'm obviously a Ghanaian. I've said that several times, but I speak Twi, which is my mother tongue, but Randy speaks Ga, which is a different, I don't know if it's a dialect or a different language to mine. So for me, being here, I wouldn't say I learnt Ga like automatically, but I've kind of started to understand where right now I can't speak it, but when he's speaking, I kind of figure out what he's trying to say. If you get what I'm trying to say, with his friends, with his family, sorry, I figure out what they're talking about without him prompting me or like going, oh sorry, and explaining it to me, I kind of understand a bit of it, and also I knew a few words. But yeah, if you're not from here, it's a good chance for you to learn a different language. Yes, Spanish and English and French are not the only languages that you should learn. You should learn other languages like mine. As if I know how to speak French or Spanish or whatever. Anyway, number 6 is that Ghana is actually exceedingly let me stop, I'm bigging up Ghana. But Ghana is a really peaceful country. It seems as though it's so peaceful that it seems as though war is like impossible. Like there's no way that anybody could even start a war, like a civil war or anything here, because everyone just minds their own business, and people always just try to do the right thing, if you get what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that there aren't thieves and people who are evil, because every country has their, but majority of people seem to be good, and the country just seems like everyone is just scared of starting any war. So I don't know how to explain it, but when you come, and I think you should come, when you come you get what I mean. It just feels like this country could never ever be at war. Number 7, I think, I'm not quite sure, I've lost count, but yeah, number 7 also is that you will have a great lifestyle, especially if you're coming from outside in. Like it will be, you will spend less than you would spend in the UK or wherever you're from, but you will have a great experience, probably better than what you usually have, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like you can live a lavish lifestyle on half the budget that you'd probably need on a lavish lifestyle in the UK, kind of thing. So that's always a plus. Forget the numbers. Alright, so wherever we are now, you can build your own home, and that is a major positive. You can build your own home at a very affordable price. In the UK, I feel like I've heard that land is really costly. In Ghana, I think if you have about £2,000 or £3,000, you could get a land, which it sounds heavy obviously, but if you think about it, it's an investment. You build the house, you can maybe rent it out. Or the £3,000 is for land, it's not for the whole house, but it's a land and you can build on it, and it will be a great project for you. And if you are able to finish it and you rent it out, you will get that money back, if you know what I'm trying to say. And also obviously you can come back and it could be your holiday home. The chance to build is obviously a great opportunity, because not a lot of people even see themselves being able to build their own house, especially if you live in the UK like me. It just seems impossible to be able to build a house in the UK. 9, I'm guessing, is parking isn't an issue. Let me tell you something, guys. Parking is absolutely not an issue. There's no parking tickets or fines. There's no you have to pay by the hour, nothing. People just park wherever, whenever, whichever way they want to. I've noticed people, some drivers just driving and just stopping in the middle of the road and just parking. I'm just like, what's going on here? But is an over-exaggeration, but actually seen that happen. Obviously they moved to the side so that other people could go past them, but it was still in the road. They parked and they just went about their business. The last one is that anything seems possible in Ghana. I feel like maybe it's because of the bribery situation, I don't know, but it seems like anything is possible. Like if you have any dreams, or all you need is the money. As long as you have the money, you can do whatever, whichever way you want. That brings me to the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.